Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. In this video I will be showing you one of the new stamp sets from Forte. This one is designed by Varada Sharama. I might butcher her name and I'm sorry if I do. But she created this layering stamp set that is called Kindness Daisy. And this is a 6x8 sized stamp set, and I will use both the leaves and the flowers for this video. For my technique today, I will show you a technique that I actually have been doing quite recently on my channel, but I loved it so much that I wanted to do it some more. So for my stamp here, you can see I'm using two shades of green, one lighter and one darker, and I'm just directly taking these two colors to my panel, and then I'm using my really inexpensive brayer here. If I actually have been ordering one that I think will work even better. So this is something I had in my stash since a long time ago, and I actually just started using it. So it has been great for this technique, but I think you can do and create some more fun backgrounds if you have an even better one. But what I like is that it gives the leaf some texture, and that it also smooths out the transition between the lighter and the darker color here. So really easy to do. And I'm filling in my panel, starting with the larger ones and then going around the edges, just to make sure that I think my background looks really full. Then I'm taking a piece of vellum, my anti-static powder tool, and the clear embossingable ink from Forte. This is just a clear sticky ink from the Color Hive collection, and I am using this and stamping it out 3 times, and I will use some white embossing powder. I think this had looked stunning in some metallic embossing powder as well, but I went with the white just to tie in with the background that we created. So after I had heat set that off camera, I will use my scissors and go in and fussy cut all of these flowers out, and it took a while, and I actually, since this was quite an I cannot speak today. It's quite many layers here, and it was hard to fussy cut up against the edge, so I left a little bit of a white border. So I cut my panel out with some stitching. This is just dye from Lawn Fawn, and then I will use some adhesive tape and or I should say some foam adhesive tape to the back side, and just cut that into small slivers of foam tape just to create some dimension. And for my sentiment, you will see here in a second, I will use a black strip, and this comes from the Simple Sayings. I will have all the products listed down below if you're interested in doing this card. And for my next card here, I will do the same technique, and I will just ink up the edges of this flower. This is the base layer of the flower, and then I will go into certain areas with the darker color here, and then I will use my brayer and brayer over this flower. And this is actually real time that I'm showing you when I'm creating this, so in a second here I will speed it up, but you can see that it goes by pretty quickly when you are doing this technique. So these flowers I know I want to be able to cut out, so I'm making sure that I'm spacing them out, and you can see all that fun texture that you get. So now I'm speeding this off, and I will do it a couple of more times. I will create some other flowers in other colors as well. At this point I thought I wanted all my flowers to be pink. You will see in the end here I will go with a couple of softer flowers instead of this really bright pink. And for the second layer, I'm just taking the darkest color that I used, inking that up, and you can see that also brings the flower some more dimension and really making it pop. For my flower center, I'm also using 2 inks, and the inks I used for this particular project was inks from Concord and Ninth, but you can use whatever you have in your stash. So when I was done with all the coloring, I will go in and fussy cut the flowers out. And I also cut and heat embossed some leaves. You could see in the beginning how I did that with the flowers. And for my sentiment, I went with a thank you that I just white heat embossed on top of some black cardstock. So here you can see I'm arranging my flower. I also created a blue one off camera. And at the beginning here, I didn't know what type of background I wanted for my project. I like the blue one, and that is from one of the newer pattern papers. As I said previously, all the products will be listed down below. And you can see how I'm just arranging this across my panel. And at the beginning here, I thought I was going to use the pink one, but in the end that actually didn't make it to my project. So I left that. And a tip from me to you is to store all your cut and like stamped images in the back of your stamp set, so you're ready to go for the next time you want to use that particular stamp set. I have played around quite a bit with my bits and pieces that have been left over from projects like this, and I find that I tend to use them more if I keep them in the pocket with the stamp set instead of a container somewhere, because then when I'm going to look for that stamp set or flipping through my stash, if I find that and I found something that is already colored, I'm more likely to put it on a project. So that is just my tip. I use some glitter and some glossy accent to the center parts of my flower. I just love that little bit of sparkle and dimension that that gives. So here you can see how I finished off both our cards, and I hope you like them. If you did, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumb up. And make sure that you are checking out Forte's links that I have been left down below. Until next time, have a great day. Bye!